Have you ever had one of those mornings where you sit down with a warm cup of tea, your favorite cozy sweater on, the sun peeking through the kitchen window, and you decide to do something good for your health? Maybe you reach for a bowl of fresh blueberries, sweet, plump, and bursting with that deep purple color that just feels like it's doing something right for your body. You toss them over some yogurt, maybe a little whole grain toast on the side. A simple, healthy breakfast, right? But what if I told you that very combination might be doing you more harm than good? I know, it sounds hard to believe. After all, blueberries are supposed to be a superfood, right? One of the best fruits you could ever eat, especially in your golden years. But the truth is, certain foods, when paired with blueberries, can quietly cancel out their benefits, or worse, trigger issues that your aging body can no longer fight off the way it used to. See, as we age, our bodies become more sensitive, more particular about how we digest, absorb, and process the things we eat. And what worked for you in your 30s or 40s may now backfire in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, causing symptoms you'd never think were food-related. A sudden wave of fatigue after breakfast, bloating that comes out of nowhere, a dip in your energy or blood pressure before noon, or even that brain fog that creeps in and lingers through the day. It might not be aging. It might not be medication. It might just be the wrong combination of foods. And here's where it gets even more personal. For seniors, nutrition is no longer just about eating right. It's about eating smart. The wrong pairings can quietly interfere with your medications. They can mess with how your body absorbs iron, or antioxidants, or essential vitamins that help your heart and memory stay strong. And worst of all, many of us go months, even years, without realizing that our symptoms could be traced back to something as innocent as what we eat for breakfast. But don't worry, I've got your back. Because in this video, we're going to gently pull back the curtain on 3 common foods you should never eat with blueberries, especially if you're over 60. We'll talk about the science behind it, yes, but in plain English. We'll clear up some of the biggest myths, and I'll show you what you can do instead, so you don't have to give up your blueberries or your favorite meals. Just tweak them a bit. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever felt funny after eating a healthy meal? Something just didn't sit right, and you couldn't put your finger on it? If that sounds familiar, I want you to comment below with the words, "I'm here." That lets me know you're listening, you're curious, and you care about your long-term health, or maybe even the health of someone you love. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to LifeStamina, because here we believe aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means leveling up with wisdom, strength, and the right knowledge. All right, ready? Let's take a closer look at what not to eat with your blueberries, because small choices can make a big difference. Yogurt, milk, cheese. Let me tell you a quick story. Mrs. Thompson, 72 years old, was doing everything right. Every morning, like clockwork, she made herself a small bowl of Greek yogurt, topped it with fresh blueberries, a sprinkle of flax seeds, and a drizzle of honey. She thought she was starting her day with something clean, simple, and full of benefits. But over time, she started feeling off, a little more bloated, a bit more tired in the mornings. Her energy dipped before lunchtime. Her digestion felt slower, her stomach heavier, and that usual pep she once had was fading. She didn't think much of it, just aging, right? Until one day, during a routine checkup, her doctor asked about her eating habits. When she mentioned her daily breakfast, he paused. Here's what he explained. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants, especially one powerful compound called anthocyanins. These little warriors help protect your cells from damage, reduce inflammation, and even support memory and heart health. But when you mix blueberries with dairy, like yogurt or milk, something strange happens inside your body. The proteins in dairy products bind to the antioxidants in blueberries, almost like they're wrapping them up in a little package your body can't open. So instead of being absorbed and doing their good work, the antioxidants just pass right through you, unused. In other words, you're not getting the health benefits you think you are. And this is a common mistake, especially among seniors who've been told to eat superfoods like yogurt and blueberries together. It's not your fault. It sounds healthy, it looks healthy, but in reality, the dairy is canceling out what makes the blueberries so special. So what can you do instead? Try a non-dairy base. Unsweetened almond milk, coconut yogurt, or even a simple chia seed pudding made the night before. These options still let the blueberries shine without blocking their benefits. Or better yet, eat your blueberries solo. Let them do their magic on an empty stomach, or about 30 minutes before your main meal. That's when your body can absorb them best. And remember, sometimes less pairing means more healing. But dairy isn't the only sneaky offender hiding in your daily meals. There's another one, and it's often disguised as a quick, easy breakfast that almost everyone over 60 has reached for at some point. High-sugar cereals or pastries. Now picture this. You pour yourself up a bowl of cereal in the morning. Maybe it's whole grain or heart healthy, or maybe it's just one of your lifelong favorites. You top it off with a handful of fresh blueberries for good measure. Or maybe you grab a blueberry muffin on your way out the door. Either way, it seems innocent, even nutritious. But here's what one of our longtime viewers, Harold, shared with us. He loved his morning cereal, especially with blueberries. But not long after breakfast, he started feeling lightheaded, shaky, even dizzy on some days. He thought maybe it was his medication, maybe it was just stress. But after cutting out that one breakfast combo, his energy came back and the dizziness disappeared. So what happened? It's all about sugar spikes, and blueberries, while natural, do contain sugar. Now don't get me wrong, they're not bad on their own, but when you combine them with processed sugars, like the ones hiding in many cereals, pastries, or sweetened breakfast bars, you create a blood sugar bomb. For seniors, especially those managing blood pressure, diabetes, or energy fluctuations, this can be a real problem. Your body tries to handle the overload by pumping out insulin quickly. That gives you a short burst of energy, followed by a crash. You feel tired, foggy, sometimes even anxious. And over time, these sugar spikes can make your insulin resistance worse, or lead to weight gain, fatigue, or worse, a trip to the doctor. The big mistake here is thinking the blueberries will balance it out. But unfortunately, your body doesn't see it that way. It doesn't cancel out. It adds up. So what should you do? Instead of sugary cereals or muffins, try this. A bowl of unsweetened oatmeal topped with blueberries, a dash of cinnamon, and maybe some walnuts or chia seeds. It's warm, comforting, and keeps your blood sugar steady. Or if you like a quick bite, try a slice of whole grain toast with nut butter, and eat the blueberries separately. That's balance. Now, I know avoiding sugar is something you've probably heard 1,000 times, but this next food combination? Most people, even those who read nutrition labels religiously, have never heard of it. And it might be the most surprising one yet. Iron-rich foods or iron supplements. Let me introduce you to David. He's 68, retired, and full of life. But recently, his doctor noticed he was slightly anemic, low in iron. So like many seniors, he was prescribed an iron supplement. David wanted to do everything right. He started taking his iron pill in the morning, blended into his blueberry smoothie. After all, what could be healthier? But at his next checkup, his iron levels hadn't moved. The doctor was confused. David was doing everything by the book, or so it seemed. What the doctor explained next changed everything. Blueberries contain polyphenols, which are powerful plant compounds. These are great for fighting inflammation, yes, but they can also block iron absorption, especially non-heme iron, the type found in plant-based foods and supplements. So when you take your iron pill with blueberries, your body may barely absorb any of it. It's like filling a watering can with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it never really fills. And this isn't just about supplements. Even if you eat iron-rich foods like spinach, lentils, or fortified cereals with blueberries, the same thing can happen. The polyphenols interfere, and the iron simply slips through. This is one of those lesser-known facts that can quietly delay your recovery. You think you're doing the right thing, but you're unknowingly standing in your own way. So what's the solution? Timing. Just give your body a little space. Wait at least 1 to 2 hours between eating blueberries and taking iron-rich supplements or meals. That simple habit gives your body the best chance to absorb what it needs, without conflict. Now that you know these 3 food combos to avoid, let's talk about how this knowledge can actually protect your health and your loved ones. Because these aren't just tips, They're decisions that can affect your energy, clarity, and independence every single day. Let's go deeper. It's strange, isn't it? To think that something so tiny, so seemingly harmless, even healthy, as a handful of blueberries could have such a big impact on your body when paired with the wrong foods. It feels almost unfair, like you're trying to do the right thing for your health, but somehow it still backfires. And for many seniors, that realization can be frustrating, even discouraging. You spend your whole life building habits, learning what's healthy, doing what your doctors recommend, reading the food labels, and then out of nowhere, you hear that the foods you thought were good for you might actually be working against you. It's enough to make anyone throw their hands up and say, well, what can I eat? I want you to know, that feeling, it's real. You're not alone in it. And more importantly, it's not your fault. See, nutrition is a moving puzzle. Our bodies change, our digestion slows, our sensitivity increases. And something that gave you energy 10 years ago might make you sluggish today. But here's the truth I want you to take with you. This isn't a reason to feel scared. This is a reason to feel empowered. Because now, you know, you've unlocked something most people your age have never been told. That it's not always about cutting foods out. It's about learning how to pair them wisely, how to time them, how to respect what your body needs now in this season of life. You can still enjoy blueberries. You should still enjoy blueberries. They're packed with vitamins, fiber, antioxidants. They're still one of the best things you can eat. But now you know how to use them with intention. How to avoid the silent traps that sneak in with certain habits, and how to protect the nutrients you do need, from iron to insulin stability, from brain support to gut health. So here's my gentle nudge to you. Take a moment after this video, just one. Look at your daily routine, your breakfast, your snacks, your supplements. Not to criticize yourself, not to feel guilt, but to ask, what small shift could I make today that my body might thank me for tomorrow? It could be as simple as moving your iron pill to lunchtime, swapping your yogurt for almond milk, or replacing that sugary cereal with steel-cut oats and cinnamon. Tiny changes. But these are the quiet things that protect your energy, that help you sleep better, that keep your digestion calm, your blood sugar steady, and your mind sharp. And in the end, these aren't just food choices. They're acts of love. For yourself, for the people who care about you, for the future you want to live, with strength, independence, and joy. So please, don't feel like this is overwhelming. Feel like this is a fresh start, a reminder that every day you wake up, you have one more chance to take care of your body in ways that truly matter. You're doing better than you think, and I'm right here cheering you on every step of the way. All right, let's take a quick moment to gently go back over what we've learned today. There are 3 common foods you should never combine with blueberries, especially if you're over 60 and want to get the full benefit from every bite. First, we talked about dairy, yogurt, milk, cheese. Even though it seems healthy, dairy proteins can block the powerful antioxidants in blueberries, making them far less effective for your body. Second, we looked at sugary cereals and pastries, foods that spike your blood sugar when mixed with the natural sugars in blueberries. That combination might leave you drained, dizzy, or foggy, the exact opposite of what you were hoping for. And third, we uncovered the lesser-known issue with iron-rich foods or supplements. Blueberries contain polyphenols that interfere with your body's ability to absorb iron, especially the kind found in plants and pills. These aren't just nutrition tips. These are insights that can actually change how you feel each day, from your energy to your digestion to your mental clarity. And all it takes is a few small adjustments to the way you combine foods. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you been eating blueberries with any of these foods? Did any of this surprise you? Or maybe you found your own favorite way to enjoy blueberries without any side effects? Let's open up the comments below. Tell me how you usually enjoy your blueberries, or how you might tweak your routine after watching this. Because your story could help someone else who's going through the same thing. And if this video made you pause and think twice about what's on your plate, if it gave you even one helpful insight that you can carry into your day, then go ahead and tap that like button. It helps this video reach more people who need it. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to LifeStamina. This channel is built for you, for seniors, caregivers, and families who want easy-to-understand, heartfelt guidance on aging well, living strong, and making informed choices. Every week, we bring you practical health wisdom, nutrition tips, and uplifting messages to keep you feeling your best. Not just for now, but for the long road ahead. And finally, thank you. Thank you for choosing to spend this time with me. It means a lot that you care about your health and your future. Keep asking questions, keep learning, keep listening to your body, because every little shift you make adds up to something powerful. So until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and as always, keep that life stamina strong. I'll see you in the next video.